You reap what you sow.
Yes.
Okay, so if you are planting good seeds, you're going to reap a good harvest, right? Um, what do you say to those people out there that aren't givers? They're takers. You know what I'm talking about. You've met those people.
I do. You know, it's hard for a lot of people to wrap around because it's a scarcity mindset, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't live well in a scarcity mindset because that's fear-based.
Yeah.
And we're not meant to live fear-based, right? We're meant to live with an abundance mindset. And so if we live in that mindset, what are the things that we can do to help others? It's one of the things that we talk about in our 5 commitments at Improving that we believe makes Improving a great place to work. One is sharing the success and accomplishments of the company. And share means, giving credit. It also means financial. It means a number of different things. But why that's important is when we go to our values, dedication. Dedication for us is not thinking of others less, or not thinking less, thinking more of others without thinking less of yourself.
Okay.
So don't put people down to put yourself up.
Right. And now what that means is if I find ways to elevate those around me and the group finds success and I know we share, I'll find my success in that. So if you're with your community, if you're with that right group and you all are together, when I elevate everyone around me, I will be successful
Rising
in sharing
tide.
that.
Yeah, rising tide lifts all ships.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
if you want to go fast, go alone.
You wanna
But
go
if you want to
far.
go far, you better get you a group.
That's
So
right.
what are the others? So that was the first one, right? There's 4?
Yeah,
4
so
more?
there's 3. Well, there's 3 values. I crossed over. Yeah, there's 3 values: excellence, involvement, and dedication.
Okay.
And each of them has a saying. But then there's 5 commitments that we have that we honor as executives of Improving to building Improving as a great place to work.
Yes. Okay. So now Improving also has grown exponentially, right? I mean,
Yes.
over the last few years, it's just exploded. Some of it's through acquisition, right? Some of it's through organic growth. On the acquisition side, how do you feel Improving is doing, and how are you integrating those other companies and cultures in with your own and maybe bringing that synergy, right?
Yeah. This is where I would say we've done 15 acquisitions now,
Okay.
which is a lot. And I've seen them all. And our M&A team has done an amazing job of figuring out some secret sauce in there.
Okay.
One of the things that we do is we assess culture before we assess anything else. And so talking to them about what is your culture in your organization, how they think about their people, how they think about their business, understanding if that aligns with us because we are very culture heavy.
Yes.
And if that's mismatched, the integration isn't going to work. It's not going to go well. So it doesn't matter what the financials look like. That's not going to work. It's not going to work, and it would be bad for everyone involved. And so they've worked to build a process that really does a good job of understanding is what the executives say, what the people on the ground feel and experience.
And that's very unique, right? To take that first step on the approach.
Yes.
Okay.
And so we'll start there, and then we figure out, okay, where does this align from a financials perspective? How do you work out the deal structure? All the details that come when you typically think of M&A. But starting with that culture piece has really been key for us. And we've learned a lot along the way. I'm not going to claim we're perfect by any means, but that's been really, really key for us. And then having a really good integration process on the backside to say, here's what clear expectations are, and here's what it is we're marching towards, and kind of here's the song page that we're all singing off of to make sure that we're in alignment and nobody gets caught off guard with, wait, where are we at? What was it we were supposed to be doing? Did we miss? Because you want to make sure that that's good, most importantly, for the company being acquired.
Yeah.
When you're acquired, I mean, the first thing that happens when you hear, well, guess what, is, oh no.
Yeah.
That's the first thought. Everybody's small brain goes nuts on you, and you're like, oh no, what does this mean? Do I need to run? Fight, flight, or freeze.
Yep.
All happens. And so having a good process around here's what this is going to look like helps a lot of that subside, and helps a lot of those folks coming in to understand this is what our culture looks like. This is how you're going to weave into this and how you're going to have opportunities to embrace it, or maybe we can defer some of that and you embrace it a little bit later. We can move this around depending on where your culture is right now.
Yeah.
So as we're here at the event, right, we got some finalists out here. Okay, they're about to go up there for the ultimate championship award. You know what I'm saying? And but let me ask you a question. Do you have anybody that you are like really like you like? Oh, I hope they win. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for a certain team here.
I was told that I have to be a tiebreaker, so I'm being neutral.
Okay.
I'm
Dang.
being neutral.
Dang, I
Going
was
in with
trying
an
to get
open
some.
mind.
Hey, shh, no one has to know. Hey, this won't release for a few weeks. Shh, it's not live. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. He's looking at me.
He's like, nope. He's like,
like,
nope.
I'm not gonna break.
not gonna
Not
break.
today. Not today. Dang. Okay. Cool. Well.
Well, so another question outside of the pick, David's pick, networking, right? So business development, sales, right, are all key. What is improving doing to build your network, build your sales funnel, build your business development team? What's your focus on that end?
Well, it's really interesting. We actually just did this exercise this year to take a look at the sources of our leads. Like, where do our opportunities come from? And kind of dive deep into the true source. You know, lots of times it'll be, oh, well, I introduced so-and-so. It is like, right, but how did you know them? Oh, well, it turned out, and the majority of our leads come from former clients and former employees. So our former clients, somebody that was, hey, I was, vice president of development over here, left that job, I was over here, run into a fire, I call, hey, Dave, can we get some help over here? So that tends to be one of the biggest slices of opportunities for us. The second one is partners. So having partners like Microsoft, Azure, Google, AWS, Snowflake, Confluent, these partners that we have really deep relationships with have been another great source of that. Kind of to your comment about, going far, you go together.